go. All right, we are outside on the side of the house, on the north side of the house at 3072 South Lincoln Street. We're out here because we do have a two-way clean out. We're going to start by going downstream, and we're going to see just how much of this is newer plastic. Little flat here, not too bad. Anytime there's standing water, the slope's not perfect.
Right.
But that was less than a ½ inch of water. That's not enough to get us nervous. That's where that line over here is tying in. It's not quite 7 feet away. We started with a couple feet on there.
You're going uphill first, right?
Yeah, I always want to see the city side first.
We can call it downhill.
Huh?
Call it downhill.
Well, it is downhill. Even though
it's going
your
up.
eye's uphill, the sewer's still downhill.
I got you.
It doesn't work if it's uphill.
Yeah, I got you.
So it's still toward the sewer. So far it's just typical staining, but it's all plastic, and hopefully we see that. So now we know they did at least a major repair, possibly a complete replacement.
They did 14 grand.
Then that better have been a complete replacement. It's a little flat, but that doesn't surprise me in this kind of a setup, that it would be difficult to get a perfect slope, because I bet we don't have a ton to play with once we get to the city sewer as far as getting more fall.
Right.
So far it's been PVC. Well, it's all PVC, but that is still shallow. Our camera lens is 1.25 inches tall, so until water goes well over the top of that, we're not too stressed out by it.
Okay.
It does mean, as usual, that we don't want stuff like, if that's kind of off, it's sometimes the angle. We don't want to put paper towels, wipes, feminine hygiene products, that kind of stuff in there. You shouldn't put that in any sewer.
Right.
But the question we'll get to now is, does this go clear to the tap, or it should for 14 grand, we should have a new sewer all the way, or someone got gypped.
Right.
So that's the descent. They did have a little to play with. That's a pretty substantial descent.
So now
we're dropping down really steeply toward the city tap. That little section there was a good 3 foot of drop. Luckily, none of that's your tap. That's the city sewer in there, and it's still original clay tile. That's great. I mean, you've got a new sewer.
And that's running water?
Yeah, that's the running water in the city sewer. That's how, and it's a great big old pipe too.
Yeah.
That's how we know what we got there. Running water in about a 10-inch pipe. So that was all great.
So I have a system that pumps it up the hill?
No, I'll explain that injection system to you in a second. We're going to come back. Oh well. Try not to slink anything. We're going to turn it around and just go upstream and see what the connection with the house looks like.
Okay.
Make sure it's lined up well, and then we will pretty much be done with looking at the sewer.
Nice and easy, huh?
I'd love the clean out. If this wouldn't have been here, we'd have been pulling the toilet over here behind me, because there's no clean out down there on that plumbing. So we'd have had to pull the toilet and go down through there. Done it 1,000 times. It always cracks me up when people kind of freak out, especially when it's a realtor freaking out, like pulling a toilet's like me saying, I'm going to move a load-bearing wall, but I'll put it back. It's like, yeah. People complain about caulk, and I always have to tell them, like, you know, read the instructions on how to install a toilet, and you will not find caulk the toilet. The only way you can tell if a toilet is sealed properly is to not have caulk there. And if it's not sealed right, it'll either stink or leak. But it's all about the wax. So we're switching now, and that's upstream, and we'll go just a little bit, and it'll curve right back into the house. And they've replaced everything, even the portion that went under the foundation. That's going up to the original cast iron. That's actually the vertical stack. A little bit of goo in there, but that's the vertical stack. You see the dust falling down on us when we hit that?
Yeah.
That goes right up to the toilet, and then the roof vent all the way up. You can actually see the the sky.
Oh yeah.
That little white spot is the sky. So you have a great sewer.
Okay, good.
Now,
It's good to make sure.
yeah, that is ideal. So I'm gonna get that put away and we'll stop that. And I'll explain to you more about that injection system. The reason the injection system is there is because this house never had anything down in the basement, not that ran. You see how shallow the sewer is.
Right.
So to add fixtures in the basement, you gotta have a system that can collect water from the basement and then pump it up to this level.
Oh, okay.
So your main bathroom and everything that was here originally ties right in and flows through this thing just the way normal gravity does. The laundry and the two kitchens are coming down. The two kitchens are coming across the floor, and if you look down there, you can see where they saw cut clear across there.
Right.
And running into that pit, and then the laundry runs into that pit, and then that pit's just like a sump pump. Once it gets deep enough, it'll kick on and pump all the water up to this level, and then it'll drain out naturally. It's actually very common in Denver in the older homes that didn't have anything in the basement fixture-wise.
Right. So I have a question. How does it get up to the sewage?
It's not going up.
Oh, it's going this way.
It's going that way.
Oh, it is?
But you're looking at ground,
Right.
not sewer.
Oh, okay.
Your ground's going like this. Your
But-
sewer's going like this.
Okay, so my sewer's actually running down.
This
into-
is its shallowest point, and as it goes that way, it's
going
getting
down.
deeper and deeper.
I gotcha. Okay.
Just picture a spear into the ground at an angle right in
So
here.
they had to really dig deep on that end.
I would say on that end, it's 8 or 10 feet deep, which is actually a pretty normal city sewer depth.
Oh, okay.
It just feels really weird. This doesn't make sense to the eye at all,
Right,
and
I
it's
gotcha.
not how you would ever think to do it. I mean, you would always downhill. It
Right,
makes sense.
I gotcha. Okay,
But
I
there's not a
understand
sewer
that.
downhill.
Right. The piping's actually for the sewers lower than this pipe. For the
That
city.
out there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, much
Yeah.
lower. Yeah. So it's uphill to the eye, but it's downhill to the pipe and the flow of water.
Right.
Yep, that's us.
Cool.
So I just need to. Are you doing that to me again? Now I know I'm not crazy. This has been weird how sometimes it won't let me rename it here.
Right.
And I've been thinking, because it works periodically, I think, okay, are you just an idiot and you're pushing the wrong button? But that is the right button, and it's saying, no, I cannot.
Maybe while it's playing you can't.
And it will. This is the screen where you make those changes in.
Right.
There's a separate one where